Local cries to Lansdale, Pennsylvania zoning bureau, zoning code officials have gone ignored. I'm not the first person to complain. I'm sure I won't be the last. John Ernst, code official, and Scott Leatherman's code official, Lansdale, Pennsylvania. They just keep ignoring all the violations on this building. 400 North Pierce Street, owned by Vince Tullio. This is the back of the building. It's the first and last thing people see coming and going off the train tracks in the Lansdale, PA. Windows broken, so he covered them up with wood and 2x4s. No gutters on the building, a dilapidated chimney which leaks rain. There's a fireplace chimney for this unit's heater. It caught on fire last year and it's still there. It's not within code. It's been brought to the code officials' attention and they ignore it. Here's one of 3 vehicles on the property. Not registered. That's what the train goes by every day, every hour. The owner of this building, Vince Tullio, does not have a use and occupancy permit. He's not allowed to rent the units out. As you can see, there's 9 total. All of them are rented at this time. Debris around the building. More debris. Another vehicle. Like I said, it's not registered. It's illegal. According to code officials, it's considered abandoned. I'm one of the tenants here. I got sucked into this deal. Look at that. Wide open soffits. Electrical wires. I've complained. I've gone to meetings, code official meetings. I went to one yesterday, August 4th. I was told to leave. The owner's been told not to work in the building. That's because of me complaining. Yet even though that's there on some of the doors and posted, the owner still works on the building at night and on the weekends. The building's about 100 years old. It's industrial zoned and it has no sprinkler system, which is code. It hasn't had a sprinkler system in over 5 years. Here's your connection. So if the firemen came here today, they'd have no water to put this fire out with. The building would go up in flames. And it's literally maybe 30 feet away from residential homes. According to borough code, all sidewalks are supposed to be pure concrete. That's not concrete. And that goes the full length of the building. Although it might seem like it's nice, it's not within code specifications. As I was saying, the sprinkler system that is in here, what's left of it, is over 50 years old. The pipes are rusted. I'm sure the sprinkler heads do not work. There's no fire detection system. The roof is so poor and in such bad shape, when it rains, all this debris falls off of it. The neighbor's car had a piece of wood fall on it. Dented the car. Vincent Tullio never paid the claim and ignored it. I'll show you some of the roof. That's the best shot I can get. Cinder blocks. Cinder blocks are holding down what's left of the roof that's up there. There's no gutters on the whole length of the building. You're talking over 20,000 square feet. So when it rains, the water comes right down onto the sidewalk. And it doesn't come down in little driplets. It pours down like buckets. I guess if there was a fire here, that probably would be beneficial if it was raining. In the wintertime, the local residents have assured me that this is like a giant ice skating rink, because the water lays here, then freezes, which is another reason why this is supposed to be all concrete in the event any rain gets stuck. As you can see how fast these things move. Somebody could trip and fall. The owner was just doing work this past weekend, which he has no permits to do. Code officials were made aware of it. I emailed them, I phone called them, I went in to see them. They ignored it. No permit. If you're a borough resident, you'd understand that if you don't have a permit and get caught, usually you get fined. The owner of this building's been going without permits for over 4 years. Broken glass on all the windows. That's not just one. It's all of them. Which I don't blame the owner for, but at the same time it's without code. It's out of code. Cinder block in the middle of the sidewalk. Shingles on the sidewalk. More shingles on the sidewalk. Another shingle on the sidewalk. Rotting foundation. If I kicked that with my foot right now, it would crumble. More broken windows. Wood debris from the window. I'm sorry, from the roof. I don't know what's worse, the landlord that keeps doing this and screwing tenants out of their money because he shows the building as rentable and legal, and once the tenant's in here they find out otherwise. Here's a fire escape. In the event there was a fire and somebody was up on that second floor, they would not get out of here. Not easily anyway. You'd have to fight with a tree, which is literally in the middle of the fire escape. Wood laying right next to the building. Another abandoned vehicle. The Borough of Lansdale's electric department says that you have to have a use and occupancy permit for each individual meter within a commercial building. This building has 9 units. Every one of them has electric. It's not the safest electric. It's not the most up-to-date electric. However, they have electric. They've given the electric to Mr. Tullio. Who knows why? I don't know if somebody's getting paid or what the deal. But if I attempted to have this electric put in my name, which I've already tried, they will refuse me. But they'll keep it in Mr. Tullio's name. Vincent Tullio also has, I believe, 5 municipality liens against the building for other violations, not paying his sewer bill, not paying his water bill, not paying fines and costs. Again, the borough members know this, the elected officials know this, and they continue to let it happen. They do nothing. Code of Borough also says that every step should not have more than an 8-inch riser. That there's an 18-inch riser. Holes in the wall. There's a sink, there's an outlet. It's not GFCI rated. It's just a regular outlet. I've made all this, everything I'm mentioning to you, I've made attention to the borough. There's water, there's an outlet. I forgot to mention, you're supposed to have an exit sign above every door in the event of a fire. There's my door. If you see an exit sign, I'll give you $1,000 right now. No exit sign. There's my other door. No exit sign. In the borough of Lansdale, you're also supposed to get a permit if you do any kind of electrical updates. No permits for that work. Zero. Nada. Nothing. Firewalls. You're supposed to get a permit to do the firewalls. Mr. Tullio never got the permit. Lansdale Borough knows he never had a permit. Mr. Tullio did the work. Lansdale Borough knows he did the work. You're supposed to inspect the work. They never inspected the work. They never approved the work. And they've never cited him for doing the work. There's holes in the wall. Against code. Then he used spray styrofoam. I don't think that has any kind of fire rating. Per code. I don't think the borough of Lansdale cares about the code when it comes to Mr. Tullio. Mr. Tullio makes his own code. They complain about it, and they'll yell at him about it, but they don't do anything about it. Open outlets, open boxes. The building directly next door here has an electrical panel that's wide open, 200 amp electrical panel wide open with jumper cables in it to run the electricity to an extension cord. Here's my electrical panel. No safer. Wide open. The best part about this, not only is it wide open, but the roof, which has no material on it other than working material, as you can see, leaks right down into the electrical box. And when it rains, it literally pours right into that panel. Heat. Mr. Tullio shows the building is having heat. There's your gas line. It goes nowhere. So yeah, you have a heater, but no heat. It's the first part of many. Here's our sprinkler system. Yeah, there's pipes up there, and it has sprinkler heads that are about 50 years old. It's never been tested. It's never been filled with water. It's not connected to water. Borough of Lansdale, people, it's protecting you, the residents. It's protecting you so much that if there's a fire from here, I'll say it simply, they're going to say screw you. There's nothing they'll be able to do about this. I'll show you how rusted those pipes are. The reason these pipes are so rusted, that's your sprinkler system, is because that roof is new, relatively speaking. Prior to that roof being put on, this whole place was exposed to the elements for years, not weeks or months, years. Although there's new plywood, the roof still leaks, as you can see right there. The borough of Lansdale has not let this go on for a couple weeks or a couple months. It's been a couple years, and actually over a couple years. It's been almost 5 years. They've known about this and have done nothing. Nothing whatsoever to protect the people of Lansdale for safety. That's their job. The main boss in Lansdale, John Ernst, isn't even certified in code. He never has been. Never will be. He's a building engineer, which is great. I'm sure he has a lot of intellect and knowledge of what's going on here, but he's never been certified in the UCC. Ever. My understanding is he got the job because Molly McGuire's up the road in Lansdale had enough money to get the previous supervisor kicked out of office and put John Ernst in there because he would sign off on just about anything. Which stands to reason considering he's letting this building just sit here illegally, non-commercial. It's not zoned, it's not safety regulated, it's nothing. Email me. I'd like to hear other people's comments. Hopefully there's other people out here that can understand what I'm going through. I've been complaining about this with the borough and they just look at me like I'm an idiot. When I went to the meeting last night, they told me they could not talk about this particular property on the record. It had to be in closed chambers with their lawyer. Why would they need a lawyer? Are they doing something wrong? I don't know. I watch TV shows. The only time you really need a lawyer is if you've done something wrong. Or